Hi, Gary Stearman with another Prophecy in the News Daily Update. It is Thursday, July 1st, and the long, hot summer begins. Well, the military buildup in the Middle East continues. This week, we have another aircraft carrier, a third one, carrying a contingent of 4,000 Marines along with it, has entered the Armada right there next to Iran. And from Debka File, June 28th, I read Debka File's military sources report that Washington has posted a third carrier opposite Iran's shores. If you don't think this is a build-up to war, I don't know what you should think. This, by the way, this new influx of troops and war material is supported by amphibious assault ships and up to 4,000 Navy and Marine Corps personnel, bringing the total strength in these waters to 3 carriers and 10,000 combat personnel. That is a lot of military personnel in that area. The USS Nassau Amphibious Ready Group, the 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit, tasked with supporting the Bahrain-based 5th Fleet area of operations, is cruising around the Bab al-Mandeb Straits, where the Gulf of Aden flows into the Red Sea. So you can see there's a very slow, very steady buildup of U.S. forces in this area. To the north in Azerbaijan, to the east, as we have mentioned, in Afghanistan, to the west in Iraq, and now in the Red Sea, in the Persian Gulf, we have all kinds of offensive weaponry being put in place. We have this statement. Its presence there accounts for Tehran announcing last Sunday, June 27th, that its aid ship for Gaza had been called off for fear an American military boarding party would intercept the vessel and search it. I'm sure that Iran is acutely aware. Now, the USS Nassau amphibious assault ship is a very special kind of assault ship. It is a landing craft with 3,000 Marines aboard. Its decks carry 6 vertical takeoff AVHB Harriers. It carries 4 AV or AH-1W Super Cobras, 12 CH-46 Sea Knights, and CH-53 Sea Stallion helicopters. So what do we got here? We have an airborne assault force at the ready now, should the big plan to invade Iran be announced. Also, there's the amphibious transport dock ship, the USS Mesa Verde, which carries 8,000 Marines, or 800 Marines, equipped for instantaneous landings. And finally, the amphibious dock landing ship USS Ashland, carrying 400 Marines and 102 commandos. The Special Ops Group is stationed. And they don't say where, but these ships are stationed strategically near Iran, should an invasion plan be put into full execution. So this is amazing to me that this is this buildup in the Middle East is going on full speed ahead, and yet you really don't see it in the global media. You have to sort of peek around behind the curtain to see what's going on. And in the meantime, our President Barack Obama has met with Saudi Arabian King Abdullah. That was last Tuesday, stressing the importance of a 2-state solution to the Middle East peace, securing a Palestinian homeland alongside a strong Israel. We are very strongly allied with Saudi Arabia, the Sunni Muslims there. I'm reading here from Reuters news agency, Arab leaders are disappointed that Obama has not made more progress in pressuring Israel to give ground to U.S.-mediated peace talks. Obama will meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House on July 6th. As this is made, that comes on next Tuesday, and that is going to be a big meeting. More about that later, because Netanyahu is in political trouble in the Middle East since Turkey has advanced as an Islamic or a radicalized Islamic nation. Obama said his lunch with King Abdullah ranged over various strategic issues, including Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, as well as, quote, the importance of moving forward in a significant and bold way in securing a Palestinian homeland that can live side by side with a secure and prosperous Israeli state, end quote. And as you know, the Israelis have said emphatically last week and this week, there will be absolutely no Palestinian state if they have their way about it. And you know, what we have here is an absolute direct disagreement, public disagreement between Israel and the United States. It's astonishing to me that this continues in the way that it does. Still, we are allied with the Saudis. In the midst of all this, that is the one thread that hangs in there. And in Ezekiel 38, we have this. Sheba, and Dedan, and the merchants of Tarshish, with all the young lions thereof, referring to the battle of Gog and Magog, shall say unto thee, art thou come to take a spoil? Sheba and Dedan is the biblical way of talking about Saudi Arabia. If you go from Kuwait down through Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, all the way down to Yemen, all of that is included under the phrase Sheba and Dedan. The merchants of Tarshish would be the Western Alliance, allied with Sheba and Dedan, exactly as we see it today. And all the young lions thereof shall say unto thee, that is God, the invader, Gog, art thou come to take a spoil? So what we have here is a setup, a political alignment that was announced by Ezekiel 2,600 years ago. Ezekiel said that in the latter days, what we call Saudi Arabia today was going to be aligned with the Western forces, which he referred to as the merchants of Tarshish, with all the lions thereof. And when we read news stories like this one from Reuters, Obama and the Saudi king discuss the two-state Mideast solution. That's exactly what we're talking about. Well, the news goes on. The tensions build in the Middle East toward war. Virtually all the experts are saying there will be a war. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of strategic implementation of forces, positioning, but a war will come, and most of the experts are saying probably later this summer, but not into the fall. Our friend Avi Lipkin was here at Prophecy in the News this week, and he mentioned to me that he thought it would be a politically aligned war to the degree that the U.S. is having elections in November, and our leaders would want a war to have come and gone by that time, by the time of the November elections, meaning the war should happen earlier this year. And I've been quoting experts to you now for several days, several weeks, and all the experts are saying this is going to be a summer war. So keep watching. We are. Again, you know our slogan as well as I do. Gary Stearman for Prophecy in the News. Keep looking up.